Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? What's going on? What's going on, man? We back. Alright, man, we got my homeboy, wait, first go ahead and like up the video. Cause you're here, you're alive, and you about to get this Holy Spirit, man. So today, we got my boy right here. He a whole atheist out here. And it's the first time he done came to church. I ain't even gonna talk too much, let's just get into it.
This is my friend who doesn't believe in God.
Yeah, I grew up Mormon, but I'm atheist now. I don't believe in a spiritual plane. I believe in physical existence. I'm also a really factual person, you know?
So I challenged him to do something wild. Go to 5 Christian churches with me. Some surprised him.
Okay, then.
I've never felt so welcomed in a church in my entire life.
Others, not so much.
Everything wrong with the world put into one church. That is the epitome of evil. 100% pyramid scheme / scam.
So did any of it change what he believes? Do you now believe in God?
Some churches out
Let's
there,
find
trust
out.
me.
The first
All about
church
a dollar
we went
bill.
to was the Anglican Church. Honestly, it felt like a sneak peek into heaven. A door into another world.
Come on, now.
But in my friend's words,
I really enjoyed, is it sermon? What would you call that?
the service.
The service. I enjoyed the service here. I really did.
You see, my friend is like you and me.
So, what's your name? Introduce yourself.
My name is Patrick Bateman.
That's not true.
My name is Matt Beatty.
But he's had a rough time with religion. He grew up Mormon, a religion that believes Jesus Christ came to America and is based mostly in Utah. I have a lot of friends that are Mormon. A lot of them are really great people, but Matt had a way different experience.
Elaborate more on why you're not.
I don't understand Mormon.
I mean, as a kid growing up, I just hated it because I hated going to school on Sunday. You know, it was like a chore for me. But my family left the religion when I was like 12 years old. But like to me, in that moment as a 12-year-old, and my family said we're not going to church anymore, I was like, oh, sweet, that's awesome. I don't want to go to church anymore either.
Did other people treat you differently because you didn't believe in Mormonism?
I mean, yeah, like, have you ever had like eggs thrown at your car before?
No way. You had eggs thrown in your car?
Dude, yeah. They hate you if you're not Mormon in Utah. Especially like my family is the only non-Mormon family in my entire neighborhood. Okay. I had no friends in my neighborhood.
wild.
I've only had friends from school.
I was just finna say, he must live in a whole different type of vibe of a neighborhood. Plus, he talking about Utah. I'm from Florida. I don't even think there's that many Mormons here, to be honest with you.
It sucked. Yeah, it was straight isolation.
That's wild.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That genuinely sucks.
In the Mormon church, we're taught to believe that we don't even ask questions about it. That's all I knew.
So when we spoke to an Anglican priest, it was literally the first time Matt had ever spoken to a pastor of a different church.
What would you say to the person
kind of
watching
priest?
this video?
Come and see is kind of the mentality of what I would offer to someone who is
I love that.
interested in that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Father.
Of course, yeah.
The priest, Cody, he is such a chill guy. I would join this church just to talk to that guy some more. He is so rad. I really felt welcomed, even though I'm not a part.
This man said rad. Bro, you know how long it's been since I heard the word rad? Bro.
This culture at all.
But Matt didn't enjoy every church he went to. Next up was a mega church, one of the largest churches in America. It looks, feels, and is very different than the Anglican church. But probably the biggest difference was the music.
The music was great. I'm a musician, so I was really able to appreciate the band stuff. That was awesome.
In his eyes, he felt like there was something missing.
Building is awesome.
Like what?
I thought
What you
that
think,
this
miss?
place is sick looking. Coming into it, dude, it's a whole campus out here. The marketing's on brand. It's all very clean. Take my glasses off.
Look
when I
like
say
a
this.
college.
It put me to sleep. It was like an Apple presentation, you know, announcing the new iPhones, but instead he's announcing the next chapter they're reading out of the Bible. It's like really boring. It felt too futuristic in a way.
Listen, I don't agree with everything Matt says, but this is his
Of
raw,
course.
honest opinion.
Everybody
Like,
different,
they
my
hook you into
boy.
the music, talk for 45 minutes, and then you get one last song as a little gift.
I asked him how he thought it could be better.
I wish it felt a little bit more traditional. That's what interests me, because I'm not religious, you know, I don't believe in God. So when I'm going to a church like that, that's what is interesting to me, is the culture. I find it fascinating.
That hurts me just to hear
That's why I've
somebody say
enjoyed the
that.
other churches I've been to so far, but
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. As wicked as the world is very understandable. I'm gonna be real with you too, bro. If I wasn't like raised in a Christian household and seen so many different spiritual and miracles with my own eyes, and really have the proof of God, respectfully, I wouldn't believe it either. Cause this world just too wicked. But I just seen too much of my own eyes, been through enough to know that God real, 100%.
This one really missed the mark for me.
The next church fit his description as it was a Presbyterian church.
And I'm always go back to this. How you think we got here? You think we just spawned out of nowhere? You think we created ourselves? No, bro. Some all powerful being had to make us, bro. And make this world as intricate, as wild as this world is. Something had to create it. You feel me?
It kind of felt like if Charlie Brown had a church. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but that's how it felt. And it's also the Church of Redeemed Zoomer. And these were Matt's thoughts.
It's just, it was a culture shock, for sure. I've never felt so welcomed in a church in my entire life. That is a 10 out of 10 score for me.
He also loved the pastor.
All right,
No matter
then.
who you think you are or how unworthy you think you may be, God loves you.
Yes,
There
sir.
was just something
I love
about
it.
this church. No, it was a really, really quick, fast ceremony. It's like
Oh, yeah?
song, talk, done. And I thought it was really great. I loved it. I could not believe that Christians could be so kind. Growing up in a culture of hate and fear in religion, you know, I had no idea that they were like the most welcoming people.
Sound like a cult.
Literally so welcoming, so
That
kind.
Mormon
I've never
stuff.
felt more at home than walking into Presbyterian church. Never thought I'd say that, you know?
For an hour, it felt like he disappeared from the world. Maybe that's why Matt liked it. And maybe that's why he hated his next church. We were going to Kenneth Copeland's church, one of the largest prosperity gospel churches in the country. Copeland is a multi-millionaire pastor who has private jets
Interesting.
and mansions. I'm talking about this guy.
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Basically, this is
Whoa.
a church that believes that the more
Relax
you give
there,
to God,
OG.
the more he'll give back to you. But I swear, they spent this entire service talking about money.
Wow.
They kind of seem to imply that the more you donated to the church, the more God will give you in return. In other words,
I
they
seen
kind of
that
treated
dude
God
before.
like he was a vending machine. And these were Matt's thoughts on it.
100% pyramid scheme / scam / everything wrong with the world put into one church. Like,
Definitely.
that is the epitome of evil I witnessed in that church. And they had me hooked. For like the first 15 minutes, I was dancing along, I was singing the songs. I'm a musician, so I was really able to appreciate the jazz band they had. I thought the music was so good. And that's what you're preaching for an hour and a half, is that money is the most important thing. It's like, is that what religion is about? Is that what we're living here for? Because that tries to preach it as like the reason of life. That's how it felt like to me after being a part of that. Like if I was a part of that church, all that would be my mind 24/7 is money. He wasn't in it
That's
for the
wild.
good of humankind. He was in it to fill his wallet, and that's what he talked about the whole time.
The final church we went
That's how you got to be a multimillionaire. Not from no crazy business, but lying to the people and preaching that, give me your money and you'll get blessed tenfold. Yeah, he just a finesser. He a legal finesser. I ain't gonna lie to you.
to was the Catholic Church. In contrast, priests here take a vow of poverty and aren't allowed to have children.
Catholicism, it's
What? Aren't allowed to have children. God say be fruitful and multiply. What you mean? That's wild. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't understand that either.
really cool. It's really genuine to me. It's genuine in a way that a lot of churches I feel like are not.
Listen, I've tried my best to be as fair as possible and let Matt make his own decision. But it seemed like Matt was searching for something bigger than himself. A religion that had gone on before even his parents' generation, before his great-grandparents' generation, something that had been going on for hundreds and even thousands of years. He wanted something more, a taste of the eternal. And so I asked him the question we've all been waiting for.
Do you now believe in God?
Where do you?
Yes.
Okay then.
No. That'd be
Really?
crazy.
I
I was about to say, I was like, we got the Disney ending. I want to give you the Disney ending. I know, bro. Yeah. God now. Okay, that's actually pretty funny. I want to start that. I want to give you the Disney ending and say that I believe in God now. But honestly, I was just so set in stone with my beliefs and decisions I've made, like before I started this journey, that it would take a lot longer than one day of going to 5 churches to change that, you know? I think maybe I've gotten good insight. Like, it's maybe made a little bit of a crack in a door.
I respect how real he keeping it. You feel me? But at least that seed getting planted, my boy.
But I still definitely believe God doesn't exist for now.
Well, dude, I appreciate you, bro.
This isn't a Disney movie. These are real stories about real people. But I have a feeling that Matt's story isn't finished yet.
Oh, it's not, my boy. Trust me, he might have some type of spiritual encounter. He might go to another church that he really like. Hey, it ain't over. Video game ain't over, my boy. But y'all go ahead and drop the comments on what y'all think about my boy little journey to see how you feel about God and if God is real or not. Y'all drop the comments. Let me know. Like the video up too, man. I got more on the way, man. We ain't stopping, man. See y'all later. Subscribe.